Oops, I did it again, guys. I recently had to block a peer of mine. It became obvious to me that this person was following my career with a envious eye. Did that eye look envious enough, or is it more like envious eye? It all happened over a very silly little online argument, and if you know me, you know that I really do engage in a lot of silly online arguments. I'm sorry, I just can't help it. And this peer tried to hurt my pride by framing all of my accomplishments as if it was a failure because I wasn't launched into the stratosphere of fame. And maybe that would hurt about half of the population in Hollywood that was trying to chase their dream. But it was weird. I mean, this person listed out my accomplishments, some that I didn't even remember I did. But I decided a long time ago that fame is really only useful for so many things. I mean, it's useful if you want to help others with it. You know, it does push certain messages across to a big audience. Personally, it's only really useful if you want to skip the line at a dance club. And the fact that I'm saying dance club will already tell you that I'm beyond those years of trying to go to a dance club. Don't get me wrong, if fame happens, great, but it was never my goal. In fact, I believe, at least in stand up, there are really only three different accomplishments when you get to the end of the career: fame, success, or respect. And I believe that every hardworking artist will achieve one of those. But one of those achievements doesn't really guarantee the others. I mean, a person can be famous and not be respected or successful. They can be respected and not successful or famous, or they can have success but not be famous or respected. Sometimes people have two. Sometimes people have respect and success. Sometimes people have fame and respect. Some people have fame and success, right? And if you can achieve two of those in your career, you have done great things. If you achieve all three, well, then you were born to be a star. But one of those is going to make you the happiest, and you should pursue the one that makes you the happiest. And if you're lucky and one of the other achievements happen alongside your pursuit towards the main goal, well then great, celebrate it. In fact, celebrate every little victory, every little achievement, no matter how small it is, because if you have achieved something, then that is an accomplishment that you should be proud of. And this goes for anything else that is not the arts in your life. If you achieve anything in life, celebrate it, enjoy it, and don't let somebody try to knock your achievement like, well, it really isn't that big of a deal. Yes, it is, because it's your life and you did it and you enjoyed it. But I'm getting away from my point of the video. What was interesting to me is that in this peer's mind, all of my wins were failures. And they listed each win as if I should have been ashamed of even accomplishing what I've accomplished. I guess the intent was to kind of make me feel unworthy of my own output and my own success. Now here's the point of the video. I only bring this up at all to say that you might have somebody doing that to you. You might have somebody that is cataloging all your victories and wins, creating a hypothetical roast session where they're really going to show you how much you failed in your success, which is strange, but people do that. But only you decide what is failure to you. And no one truly fails in their goals unless they quit. And I already know how you think, internet, how some of you are out there right now like, oh, I should come up with a silly little comment that pulls a terrible person from history and say, well, they didn't fail, they just quit. Get out of here with that, all right? I'm trying to inspire people. Let's continue on. Only you decide what is failure to you. This peer took a screenshot of one of my social media accounts, the one with the least numbers, to say like, look at that, you've done so much and you have no followers on this one outlet, so you're a failure. And honestly, it's very sociopathic to look at somebody's social media numbers and think that that determines their success, because if that was the case, then most of us are failures, because there's an 8-year-old on YouTube that is raking in $25 million for opening up toys. So guess what, every comedian? We failed. That kid is killing it. And if that kid ever goes on tour, I want to open for that kid. I want to work with him. So I hope he gets this message. But I'm getting off the point. If you have anybody that likes what you do, supports what you do, and is looking forward to your next new thing, well, that's a win. That's a real person. That's an entire human life. That's somebody that you've impressed. The largest audience I've ever performed to in one night was 22,000 people. And I've also performed to 8 people. And those 8 were there to have just as much of a good time as the 22,000. And it's not like my material got better because there was more people there. I was still doing the same jokes. Well, this was different timelines. I was doing different jokes, but the same quality. Point is, none of your peers are in the driver's seat on your journey. And life is continuous and always in motion. And in regards to those uninvited critics, they typically only insult you with their own personal fears, something that they would be ashamed of. Because they don't really know you. They don't really know what's going to hurt you. They just kind of throw it out there and they hope it hurts you because it would hurt them if you said that to them. Your success has scared them because now you're forcing them to reconsider where their finish line is at and what they consider accomplishments. But that's something that they got to deal with. In conclusion, only you can determine what is failure to you. And in my mind, you only truly fail if you quit. So go out there, create. If you have an audience, if you have anybody that appreciates what you do, that's a plus. Put out as much positivity as you can on this planet Earth until we're all forced to move to Mars because Elon Musk has finally pushed us up there. And I'm hoping that he opens up a comedy club, and I'm going to open for that 8-year-old YouTuber, which at that point will probably be in his early 20s, just thinking to himself like, man, my career has been crazy. And I'll be like, yeah, let's open up these toys, Nathan. You know what I'm saying? And I probably won't get the gig because I don't know the guy's name. So hopefully he doesn't see this video because I shot myself in the foot. Bye, everybody.